Hello everyone, I'm Katharsus, and we're back with more Conan Exiles. I built a little bit of a shelter here. So in the first video, of course, we built basically just a simple structure that had sort of a 9-piece foundation on it, 3 on each side. And I had a single wall around it as well, and it was working out pretty good. I've been doing a lot of gathering in between videos in order to try to get the resources that we need to do some more building. So I have a pretty good idea of what I want to make at this point. It's really just a question of the practice and the know-how to get it all put together, and having all the resources and stuff we're going to need as well. I've had to gather a lot of stone, a whole pile of wood and stuff. I do have a couple bed rolls down in here because I kept finding I was dying and then forgetting to place a new bed roll down. Ended up making a total of 3 chests, so we have some stuff stored in here. And I put a second layer on the wall just because I felt a little bit exposed. There were a couple of players that came around, kind of poking around. One took a couple shots at me with an arrow when I was outside gathering. So I have to be a little bit careful, at least of what's going on in here. And I figured, you know, with a double high wall, these people, you know, may not seem as quite as weak and readily available to attack. So a couple of things we want to kind of tackle today. So I'm only level 7 at this point. I do want to get to level 8 at this point. I do want to get to level 9 because that's where it's going to open up the triangular foundations for me. Because I do want to build a tower, so I have a really good idea of what I want to build here now. The server that I'm on is one that's relatively local, so the ping has been really good. The lag and performance in general has been good. And just the other night, they actually ended up swapping it over to a different server, so it's gotten even better since then. So I think overall, this is the server I really do want to play on, particularly since the official servers are ultimately coming down. So it's probably a good thing that I wasn't able to play on those anyway. So this is the general area we're going to be working with. I do like there's a bit of a ridge here that people can't walk up, which is good. So we have a good water supply and everything. This is sort of a spot that it took a lot of hunting to kind of find something, and then this is sort of where I settled on. But now that I have it, I'm actually really happy with it. So what I'm going to end up doing is building a tower out here. And when I get to level 10, I can get wall foundations, so I can do like a walled compound, I think. And I want to have a couple of towers that I can have manned with some thralls, but what I really want to build is a stairway up to the top of this rock formation so I can build a tower on top of the rock formation, and that will be my secure base. So when I go up there, I can actually just destroy the staircase behind me, or even a segment of staircase behind me, and it puts me in a position where people can't reach me. The bows can't do any damage to structures anymore. They've changed that, so I don't have to worry about people shooting my building down. And I don't think they can get up high enough to place any explosives. So until we get to the point of people having siege engines, I don't think I'll have to worry too much about that. So what I thought is if I have a tower down here, and I can actually make like a compound wall sort of around this whole area, around over to this other side over here, then that would give me a good compound area that I can kind of build some stuff down here. The house that's down here I'll change around a little bit, so it's just kind of a simple structure that we can use. And then even later on, maybe we could even put like a little tower on top of this thing, so we have like a double tower. I don't know. There's plenty of room here at least to expand, so there's lots of space here. I do like that some of the bases that people can make that climb up the mountains and what have you, but this one, even though it's kind of in the open, I can kind of do that a little bit, and then it's not really all that approachable. I can ideally have people that can shoot arrows around the entire base of the structure, so I'm only level 8. I do have to get a little bit more experience in order to get triangular foundations, which I really want to use to build the tower. So what I thought I would do is just across the way over there is a small thrall encampment. So I thought we would go over there and earn a little experience attacking some thralls. Then we'll come back here and we'll do some building and get started on the tower. At first I thought I might have to do like foundations through the whole area, because for some reason I didn't notice the wall foundation or the fence foundation right away. It's going to be interesting trying to pull a small number of these guys. I only want to get like maybe 1 or 2. I can handle 1 or 2 without any real trouble at all. Their aggro is a little bit strange. So I did unlock the bow. I haven't done much practicing with this thing though. Let's see if I can get a decent shot in here and hit this guy. Oh boy, the arrow really drops off. Hardcore. Oh, look at it, I'm drawing the bow with my axe. That's so weird. Ah, come on. Nope, crocodile. Ah, come on. I don't like facing these guys out in the open like this. Oh, a little bit of lag. Oh, I don't like this at all. Now, this is a crocodile, so running in the water is maybe not my best escape route, but I'm going to need to run for it. Gosh, I want to see how close it is behind me, but I don't really want to look. All right, so it's pretty far away. It's going to follow me up here, though. It would be a good opportunity to practice shooting my bow a little bit. I can't tell if I'm hitting it or not. Where is it? Oh, he came right up that embankment. I'm impressed. All right. So, now, fortunately, too, one of the interesting things that I found out with my structure is that the way that I built it with this foundation here, the wild animals can't really climb in here. They just kind of run around to my door. Where is he? He's chewing somewhere on the outside of my house. Where are you? Oh, there you are. In you go. Come on. There we go. So they just kind of hang out here and they chew on the outside of my house, but I can just kind of crouch down right in the doorway. Oh, I'm thirsty. I need to take a couple drinks here. So I've killed a whole bunch of gators this way because they come walking to my door all the time. That's a perfectly safe way. They can't. He's not really hitting me. He's just through my foundation, and I don't think they can even really damage it. Oh, that's weird. It's got some sort of a glitch where it keeps thinking I'm holding the axe. Alright, there we go. So we got some more resources. I should probably fix my sword before we go back and try to mess with those thralls again. Getting quite a collection of leather in here too. Well, it looks like somebody else drew the thralls out. I don't see them over here by this fire anymore. I don't know whether somebody killed them or whether they just got them to chase after them. Sometimes they'll have like a little chest here too that you can loot, and that'll give you some extra stuff. I don't know where they went though. So much for gathering experience that way. We did get some from killing the gator at least, but I was kind of hoping to take those guys out too. Maybe we can find another little encampment of them here somewhere. Well, it's not much of an enemy, but we can get a little meat off this guy anyway. Assuming I can hit him. These guys are fast. Holy cow. There we go. I don't know that they give me a whole lot of experience, but I could use the meat anyway. I'm getting low on food. Food seems to spoil extremely fast in this game. I need to figure out like some kind of like a, I don't know, preserving bin or something. I've been leaving it in the fire because it does seem to last a little bit longer in there, but it's still not great. All right, we got the meat cooked up. That helped me get my little hunger bar all taken care of there, since there's no access to O. Henry here. All right, so those thralls that I was going to attack, I guess are gone now. It looks like actually even their campfire is gone now, or maybe it's just not rendering in because it's not close enough. No, it definitely looks like the fire's gone. I don't know whether it just goes away after a certain amount of time of them not being there, or if somebody actually went and smashed it. I'm trying to kind of go in the other direction a little bit and seeing if I can find another little thrall camp, because we only need a small amount of experience points in order to get ahead at this point. Once we tip over to level 9, that's when I want to start doing some building. Actually, this rock formation here on the left would be a good place to build too, if you could get up on top of there. There's an ostrich, but I don't want to mess with them. They do a surprising amount of damage considering they're sort of a brainless bird. See if there's anything up here we can find. So you can actually get up here. That's pretty good. It's gonna take on a shaleback, I guess. I wonder if he was gonna just stand there. I think he may be bugged. He's stuck in the rock. Just get him right in the head. Oh, he's down. Actually, the bow does some pretty decent damage. Didn't give me all the experience that I need, but at least I'll get some more meat out of this, which is good. I'm getting a really good chunk of hide, which we're gonna need also. I do want to build the armorer's bench too, I think, today. Let's see if we can make the leap up here. There we go. Take it a poor, helpless little bunny. Oh, he fell like right through the ground. Nope, we got another shale back. This one's loose, so I'm gonna take him with sword and board, I think. This might give me enough experience to tip me over the edge too, into level 9. Oh, got my shield up just to block enough of that. Still take damage though, which is kind of cool. Oh, we got another shale back. Run for it. 2 at once is not good. My shield's gonna break any moment now, I think. I want to at least take one out. Alright, one's down. Don't die in the fall. Run for it. Alright, we got one down, but man, that second one really blooded me bad. And I'm still just a hair away from the experience I need. If that thing followed me, we might be able to do the little trick with the door here again. I don't think it did, though. Gonna need a moment to heal. Alright, let's try this area again and see if there's only one shale back this time, hopefully. So I've largely figured out what a good pattern for fighting these guys. You can kind of run in and get a couple hits in, and then just step back and kind of block before you go back in and finish them off. I mean, they're not too tough, I think. The first couple times I ran into them, I just was completely overwhelmed by their power. They're just going to jump in and smash you and stuff, but I find that like fighting with the shield makes it really easy. Or maybe not really easy, but significantly easier. And we tipped it to level 9. Yes. I'm going to get this deer while we're up here. Antelope, whatever it is. It's probably an antelope. I got to watch out for that crazy ostrich thing. Those things are mean. Alright, so for our level up, I think I'm going to spend points on accuracy this time around, because I've been using that bow a little bit. So I'm going to put maybe 2 points into accuracy to help my range damage. And then for learning recipes, the one I really want is this wedge block. So this gives me both the triangle foundation and the triangle, I guess it's like floor or ceiling or whatever it is. I guess it kind of doubles as both. We have 2 available points. This one's only going to cost me, looks like a single point, so that's pretty good. I'll unlock that one. And then it would be nice to get some armor, but I'm probably going to go again with more building pieces, and we'll take the pillar just in case I need that. I think our focus today is really going to be on building anyway, so that takes care of that. Now there is an armor bench that I want to make that will help me kind of, I can't remember what materials I need for it exactly. Or is it here? So this armor bench will let us make some new armor. So I need 160 wood, 50 hide, and 240 stone. I have that easily. So where's the hide in here? And then 240 stone, we'll grab out of here. A little bit more. Okay. So we can make this bench now. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to craft it. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get the wrong hide? Thick hide. Oh, I'm at 49 hide. And I can't walk. That figures. Alright, hold on. That's what we put stone in there. I'm at 114%. 101%. My goodness. Over to the bones? There we go. Okay, I need just a little bit more hide. But I do have lots. Let's, I don't know. Gonna need to split this stack here, I guess. So we'll split that once. Put these together. That'll give me just the right amount of hide. I can move, which is good. And then we need our stone. So 240, I think it was. So we'll put 300 in there. Alright, there we go. Making our first crafting bench. So there are a couple different ones in here. So the armor's bench is the first one that I have, but there are a few others in here. So I think, well, that's the blacksmith thing. There's a carpenter's bench, I think, somewhere in here. At least I thought there was. Maybe it's much farther down. Holy. It's like I thought there was like a carpenter bench and a blacksmithing thing and a couple of others anyway. But that'll at least give us access to some different kinds of armor. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's huge. I was kind of envisioning something small, but that's definitely not small. Let's put it right against the wall here. There we go. Now, what does this do for me? Ah, we can make a new shield. Wooden targe. Sturdy targe of wooden planks and reinforced with iron. That's pretty cool. I can make it even though I don't have... How does that work there? Yeah, like that. Okay. So I can make the targe even though I don't have iron. Even though it says it's got iron to make it sturdy. But that's okay. So that gives us access to that. And then I gather in here there's a few more patterns and things we can learn as we go ahead. To make some armor pieces, and I guess we'll probably need the armor bench for those as well. It shows it as a prerequisite, so I think we'll be good that way. Let's go ahead and do some building. So I think it's the tower that I want to start with first. And I'm still a little bit undecided about what I'm going to do down here, because there's quite the downward slope over here. But I think what I want to do is have the tower sitting somewhere over in this position where it can't really be approached from the bottom, but they can get a shooting line that will cover the whole beach area down here, as well as the approach up on this side. So it'll give us a little bit of a tactical defense to our base here. And we can ultimately put a wall in between here and the pillar once it's available. But I do have a good chunk of materials on me, so I'm going to try to load some of these in the hotbar. We'll get rid of the torch and quite a few walls. Ultimately, I couldn't carry all the pieces that I made because I had to make so many of them, but... Alright, so the outer edge of the wall for the tower, I kind of want to be like this kind of a thing. Let's just see how this sits in the slope. Alright, so I think this will work good, height-wise. Alright, so if we have it like this, and then we'll put a piece in the middle, piece on this side. Alright, so if the stairs are inside, you go up, angle, up, angle, up. Okay, so I think this will work. If we go like so. Oh, that actually is clipping in the ground a little bit more than I thought it might. Oh. This doesn't give the angle I thought it did either. Oh, no. I think we might have to get rid of this one foundation I put here. And we'll do a pattern of these along the edge of it. Like so. Now I don't have enough of those. I don't have enough of those triangular foundation pieces. Okay, so this is going to make for a much more awkward tower shape than I thought it was. Alright, so we have all of the foundations placed for the bottom portion of the tower. This is actually making a bit of an awkwardly shaped tower on me. I shouldn't have put all these pieces down here. I probably should have done more foundation out this way. But I think this will work okay for now. So I'm going to put the door on, maybe on the angle over on this side, so that it's definitely inside the wall area that I'm going to want to have compounded off. And then the rest of it, we can just put actually just regular walls on. So this might be easier if we stand in the middle, I guess. Okay, so actually this is where we want the outer face for the door. Maybe we'll have the door facing that side. And then we'll just start sticking the walls around here. This will give us a good base for our tower. I am going to need to make a door. I haven't built one yet to go in the door frame. Well, that's okay. So this will give us a nice, good-sized tower, I think, to defend this one corner. I think I'm out of pieces here. Yeah, alright, so that's a good start to our tower anyway. This is actually going to be a little bit bigger than I was originally thinking, but I don't think they have like a ladder you can climb up. It's only like stairs. So it makes it a little bit inconvenient that way. So in between, in this section in here is where I want to put a wall foundation. I can put a wall there. And then over on this side, we can do wall foundations extending out from this corner of the tower kind of out this way to build ourselves a compound in this area and then have that tower as the sort of the defending corner piece right there. I do need to make a door. Okay, I got the door made and it's set in place now. So this gives us a nice closed encampment in here. And I had plenty more walls actually already built. So we can do another layer in here of the walls. We might even have enough left for yet another layer. So we can go even higher with the tower. Now, in here is where it's going to be tricky trying to get the stair placement. So the trouble is these angles are going to be a real issue. If I can get it started in a good place, then maybe it won't be so bad. I don't know. Yeah, this might be a real problem. So, for example, so you come up the tower this way, and then I guess you could do... I guess I could do like a double triangle around the other way so that you just kind of crisscross back and forth up and down up the tower. I'm not... I guess that might work. I'm going to need to make some triangular roofing pieces, or floor pieces, or ceiling, whatever you want to call them. I love how easy it is to build in this game. It still takes a ton of resources, but the actual placement of the pieces so far is super simple. All right, we need some triangular ceiling pieces in order to make this work. Even then, this might be a bit iffy. All right, there we go. So what happens now if I put stairs on the end of this? Apparently, oh, there we go. So it looks like it's going to clip into the wall. So I'm going to need a second floor here. So the stairs can go this way. And I think that will keep them out of harm's way. Oh my goodness. That's definitely a light show. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to look at. Okay, I could try to put it down here and hope it ends up... Oh, it did end up in the right spot. Yeah! Nice. I wasn't sure that was going to work. Okay, so... I mean, obviously the stairs are going to be a little bit strange in here. They're just not going to be exactly lined up right. I need these to snap to the end of this one. And then... I need some light. Okay. So we do a floor there. And then I guess we could... sort of wrap it around this way so we kind of copy the way that we did the flooring down below. If I can get it to snap there. It looks like we're going to have the same problem, though. Alright, it took a lot of fussing around, but oh, what happened? Oh, my torch broke. Spooked me. Alright, I don't think I even have the materials on me to repair my torch. Needs more plant fiber. That figures. Alright, I got my torch repaired, but of course by now the daylight's already come out. This tower is actually taking a little bit more effort to put up than I thought it would. Mostly because the snap points for the stairways here are a little bit weird. I did actually manage to get all the stairs placed the way I need them to on the way up here, but it's definitely getting to be more and more challenging. We're almost to the top level of where I built. I mean, like, just a little bit higher, and then I can maybe put a floor up here. We'll call this the upper level. But I need to get this last stairway up. So I guess now if I put it there, the trouble is when you walk up it, you'll be just kind of stepping off into nothingness, and that's not what I want. Needs to snap over here. Alright, I figured out how to get it to go properly. I put the floor piece up there instead. So it gave it a clear support structure to go from bottom to top. And then up here, I guess I'll need to sort of flesh out the rest of this in the same way that I did down below to make the initial foundation. Alright, so we've got sort of an upper level to the tower, but I don't actually have this outer edge positioned the way that I really want it to, because if I'm trying to shoot at enemies, I don't want to have to kind of work my way around here too much. So I would like to have maybe sort of an overhang, if I can manage it. Like so. So we're going to do a little bit more, because I want to have this one kind of hanging out a little bit. And the only trouble is that if someone's standing right at the base of the wall, you won't be able to shoot at them, and that's definitely not going to be an ideal scenario. But I'll do a little bit more experimenting. I think the next stage I'm going to do is probably a bridge across to the upper portion here, and then I'll do some foundation base around the edge of it to put pillars up so that I can support upper flooring and have the larger tower built at the top of this. And then all the space down below that's inside the compound will just be for things like what's it called now? The Spulker of Set, for example, and then also the Wheels of Pain for breaking. Here comes a hyena. Oh, I wonder if I can shoot him from up here. Let's try a little target practice. So then the Wheels of Pain for breaking the thralls as well. There we go. That's a better view. Yeah, this is working good. That's awesome. So it's this one over here that I'm concerned about. So if you can't see, if you can't see because there's somebody underneath there, then that's going to be a problem for shooting at them. But I can kind of sort through that a little bit later. I think try to do something else with the way this is set up. Thanks everyone for checking out the video. We'll come back next time, and I'll have a little bit more built here, see what kind of level we can get up to, and then I would really like to get started on building on the upper level up here to make our cool separate tower so that we have a little bit more protection from the PvP players who might want to just kind of randomly attack our base. But thanks everyone for checking out the video. I'm again Katharsus. I'll see all of you next time.